By the way, I should tell you that the experience that I'm giving you here is the experience that I've gotten during a period in about 1999 to 2001 when I went into the venture capital business during the dot-com boom and helped 12 companies raise capital. Then went into followed the sun and went into the real estate business, which was fun. Now I'm a member of Tech Coast Angels, and I've interviewed a dozen or two investors in the last couple of months to find out what they want. And the investors tell us that the ability to build a team is the same as raising money. It's the same skill set. If you can't raise money, you can't build a team. If you can't build a team, you can't raise money. To me, that investors are going to ask you if your family is behind you. If they're not a good thing. All right, so are there any questions before I give the stage up to the panel about what investors are looking for? Yeah.
So how many successful exits you had?
I've had one really successful exit. It was in 1981. I was the managing partner of a computer company in Thousand Oaks. It was venture funded, and we were bought by Daewoo Electronics, became Daewoo America.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything after that, kind of. Most of the time, okay though. I did pretty well. Next question. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not clear on what it is that Intelliversity is and what it is that you do specifically. They mentioned you have fun. So is your objective to train people to groom themselves to attract money, and part of that, if you like the deal, you invest them into your fund, or what?
Let me clarify. Good question. Yeah. Intelliversity is a leadership training academy for entrepreneurs. It's a leadership academy for you. One of the things we teach is what investors see works. Because investors have seen hundreds of companies, and they can see the winners, and they can see the losers, and they know what the winners did, and they know what the losers didn't do. I hate to sound like Charlie Sheen. That will go away in a couple of years. Then we'll be okay to say winners again. So that's what Intelliversity teaches, and we're going to do a online training program in a couple of months that will, give that information to the whole public. My fund, the Kramarz Family Trust, is not available for private investment anymore. It's only through Tech Coast Angels. So any investments have to be vetted by Tech Coast Angels, and then we'll invest them. And generally, that's a technology type company. So those of you that, but consumer products are also welcome. We recently invested in Gamer Grub, which is a food for video gamers, kids who need some nutrition, but they don't ever leave the computer. Do you know what that's all about? And another product we invested in is a kind of the opposite. It's a what's it called? It's like a huge rubber band for skateboarders. What's the name of the company, Julia? It's a 100-foot rubber band for skateboarders. And you attach it to a telephone pole and you launch yourself at 90 miles an hour. And I said to David, who sponsored this one, I said, David, I will never invest in any company that endangers the health of my children. But anyway, so those consumer products are welcome. Yes, question?
You mentioned some red flags that angel investors might see in potential companies to invest in. But what about the other way around? What should we as entrepreneurs really be concerned about when we're presenting to angel investors? And can we ask for credentials from them? And is there anything that we need to be leery about of angel investors?
Wow, that is a question. That's back to that wolf thing and not trusting. What could you be wary about an angel investor? What you want to achieve is alignment. The goals are the same. If your angel investor wants you to exit in 2 years, and you want to be in the business for 10 years, that's not aligned. If the angel investor really does want to control your business, don't go there. If they want you to give up the whole business, don't go there either. It's got to be something in between.
Why do reference checks on the investor?
It's a good question.
Why do you do reference checks on that?
Because you're going to be living with the investor just like he's living with you. Question? Michael?
Just a simple one. Everybody understands the term angel investor, or they hear the term angel investor, they also hear the term venture capitalist.
Yes.
Differentiation between the two, or are they the same? You mentioned, does the investor want to own the majority of your company? Most people would consider that like a venture capitalist type situation.
Some venture capitalists do want to control your company for an entirely different reason. The question was, what's the difference between an angel, thank you, 1 minute, last question, an angel investor and a venture capitalist? There's a technical difference and there's a style difference and a money difference. The technical difference is that a venture capitalist is investing the money of others, usually institutional money, namely large pension plans and large endowments. Allocate a certain amount of their money to a venture capitalist to invest over usually a 10-year period. Today's funds are so large that they have to invest large amounts of money, so venture capitalists very rarely invest less than $10 million at a time. There are exceptions. There are some exceptions, but they're very few. Angel investors usually invest between $10,000 to $50,000 at a time. They invest in groups, they're individuals, and they make their decision individually on their own account. Okay? Although some angel investors also pool their money and invest as a pool, but only after the organization has already vetted the deal. Generally, an angel investment is from $200,000 to $2 million. You may have noticed something there. Between $2 million and $10 million, you can't raise money today. Well, it's very hard. Now, you can obviously raise any amount. We call that the gap of death, or the valley of death. So don't set it up so your business has to raise $3 or $4 or $5 million. Very hard.
Pearl of wisdom.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're going to do any other questions? I think my time is up.